What's going on, everybody? All is well. So, today I would like to talk about investing into the stock market for beginners. And investing is very simple. It might seem confusing or chaotic, but when it comes down to it, investing is not that hard. It's not rocket science. Two of the main factors when it comes to investing is discipline and consistency, and also having a long term outlook, because the market is rewarding to investors that have a long term outlook, and also patience, discipline, consistency, and having a long term outlook. Put those four together, and the market is going to do wonders for your money over time. All right. So, why should you invest in the stock market? Well, first and foremost, me, I had my money in a savings account, and it was just sitting there doing nothing. It wasn't accumulating any sort of interest. I was getting what 0.01% return. So my money was sitting there. Now, the value of your money goes down every year due to inflation, because the price of goods and services goes up each and every year. And with your money sitting there, not accumulating any type of interest, the value of it is going to depreciate. All right. So that was my reason for wanting to learn how to invest into the stock market. All right. So how to get started? Well, first you need to open up a brokerage account. Well, a brokerage account, or you could also open up a Roth IRA, which is a retirement account. So with a brokerage account, that account is a lot more liquid, meaning you can have easier access to your money. You could withdraw it effortlessly. There's no contribution limits. Well, when it comes to opening up a brokerage account, now with a Roth IRA, it's a retirement account, and the contribution limit for 2026 is 7,500 for an individual. If you're married, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot higher. I can't remember the exact number if you're married, how much the contribution limit is, but it's a lot higher than 7,500. All right. So you could decide, do you want a regular brokerage account, or you want to open up a retirement account? Now, in my opinion, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just stating my opinion. My opinion, you should get both. But first, I'll say get a Roth IRA, get a retirement account, because a lot of people wait last minute to plan to save for their retirement. They procrastinate. I say start as early as possible and get that up and running. So it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, but it's in the background working on your behalf. That's just my opinion. So, like I said, with a Roth IRA, the money that you contribute towards it is already taxed. So you contribute into it. Keep in mind that the cap is 7,500. So you take that money and you invest it into the stock market. And let's say, like I said, you're being disciplined, you're being consistent, and you're constantly investing into this account. You're being your dollar cost averaging, and let's say you've been investing into this account for 20, 30 years. So when you hit the age of retirement and it's time for you to withdraw that money, all that money that compound and grow over the course of the year, all that money is tax free when it's in a Roth IRA. Tax free. You have to pay taxes on it no matter how much it accrued to. You know? Now, with a IRA, which is an individual retirement account, that's the opposite. So the money that's goes into it, it's not taxed. But when you hit 65 and it's time you withdraw that money, you're going to pay taxes on the back end. When it's time you withdraw that money from IRA account, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. So that's the difference between an IRA and a Roth IRA. I say go with a Roth IRA. Now, if you have at your job, most jobs offer a 401k. I say go with a 401k because that's a tax deduction come tax season. So you got the 401k at your job, and then you could open up your own Roth IRA. All right. So you got the tax advantages on both sides, both the front end and the back end. All right. So once you get those funded, the Roth IRA. Now, what to invest? What to do? So, my opinion, start off with an ETF. So, what's an ETF? An ETF is an exchange traded fund. It's a basket of stocks all under one ETF. For example, we got VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This tracks the 500 of the best companies in the stock market. So just by investing into VOO, you're immediately diversified because you're exposed to 500 of the top companies. You scroll down, the top 10 holdings in VOO. We got Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Broadcom. We got Alphabet, which is Google, Meta, that's Facebook, got Tesla, and we got Berkshire Hathaway. So instantly you're diversified. All right. Now, you get VOO, or another option is VTI, which is a Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. Now, this holds all of the all companies that are in the stock market are inside this ETF. So you get access to everything under the sun, from large cap companies to mid cap companies to small cap companies. And you look at the top 10 holdings, identical to VOO. So you don't need to have both of them, because at that point you're doing too much. You just need to pick one, VOO or VTI. Either one of those are perfectly fine when it comes to starting out on your investment journey. All right. Now you could pair that with a value ETF like a SCHD, which is a Charles Schwab US dividend ETF. Now, these value companies are boring. Very solid, stable companies that pay out a very good dividends. Now, you pair that with a VOO or a VTI, and you kind of get the best of both worlds, because when it comes to volatility in the market, these value companies gonna hold up a lot better than, let's say, VOO, which has most of its top 10 holdings are from the tech sector. Now, tech companies, when the market is green, they're gonna run like crazy. But when there's volatility, when there's a pullback, when there's a crash, those tech stocks gonna take a hit, and they're gonna come down pretty hard. Now, with the value companies, they do a lot better when the market is volatile. They're a lot more stable, and they're not gonna come down as much. So, like I said, when you paired a VOO with an SCHD, you get the best of both worlds. And you got a third option. You could add in a growth ETF, like a SCHG, which is Charles Schwab Large Cap Growth ETF. Now, in a growth ETF, as you can see, 46% is in the tech sector. And what did I say? When the market runs, tech sector is going to be booming. But when there's volatility, tech sector is going to crash. All right. So the growth ETF is a lot more volatile out of all of the three options. All right. So you could rock out with those three, and in my opinion, this is one of the simplest ways to invest into the stock market, especially for beginners. Now, you have your three ETFs. You pick them out. Now, what you need to do is be consistent, be disciplined. Like I said, when the market crashes, do not panic, do not freak out. When the market crashes and you see these ETFs come down, and they pull back, don't freak out, don't panic sell, because this is just a short-term crash, which means it's an opportunity to acquire more shares of this quality ETF at a discounted price. Think about your favorite stores. When your favorite stores have a sale, you get excited. Now, when there's volatility and these ETFs come down in the stock market, they are technically on sale. Why? Because you get to acquire some of the best ETFs at a lower price. All right. So when the market pulls back, don't panic. Just stay disciplined. And one of the best ways to stay disciplined is the dollar cost average, DCA, which means that no matter if the market is going up or is going down, you're constantly investing into your three ETFs, whether it's every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. That's solely up to you. Whatever works for you, you go with that. And you don't need a whole lot of money to get started. You just need to get started. You can start off with $100 or $50 or $20. You just start and you just stay consistent. Like I said, form a plan. Whatever is feasible to you, you stick to it. All right. And you don't need all three. You can start off with VOO or VTI, or you could just get two. You get VOO or VTI, and you pair that with a SCHD. Or you could be a little more risky. You could start off with SCHG, or another growth ETF is the QQQ, the Qs, or you could get QQQM, and you just take it from there. All right. But yeah, like I said, have a long-term outlook, and your money is gonna compound and grow over time, and it's gonna amaze you. All right. So yeah. Oh, and another thing. Run your own race. Don't worry about somebody else. You see their portfolio and they got this, and this, and they got this amount. Run your own race at your pace. This investing is an individual journey. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Focus on you. All right. And like I said, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and just have a long-term outlook. And like I said, your money's going to compound and grow over time, and it's going to blow your mind. All right. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, you guys be safe and enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Peace.